So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make overhead press or bench press PRs while having a ton of fun, while making a lot of PRs in the meantime, and by incorporating progressive overload. So let's first talk about progressive overload, because in my opinion, it's the end-all be-all of strength training. If you want to get stronger, you have to incorporate some sort of progressive overload. And progressive overload is basically incrementally increasing the load by either increasing the volume or the intensity, or both, to get to a higher number each and every week in order to break at one point through your plateaus and get stronger overall. That's the basic idea. So I've talked about bench press or overhead press PRs. So I wanted to have an overhead press PR. I really wanted to obtain that 70 kilo overhead press. Now, I came from a cycle of bench press, so I was really hammering that bench press and I was getting better and better all of a sudden until I hit a plateau. And at that point I said, maybe I should focus on overhead press more. So I looked at my bench, and what I saw was that it had adjustable angles. What I thought was, I'm very good now at going flat. Now, if every 3 weeks I go up a notch, all of a sudden I will hit 90 degrees, which actually mimics the overhead press. Then all I have to do is stand up, boom, and PRs. This was an experiment that took a long time because my bench goes in increments of 7.5 degrees all the way up to 90. So this is going to be a lot of weeks. But the fun part of that is that with every single angle, you can go and aim for PRs. And you're probably thinking, hey, I can't go for PRs every single time. Yes, you can, because every 3 weeks you're changing the angle. You're also hitting your muscle differently, so you're not going to wear it down over time. And I can tell you, I did this thing and it felt amazing. So how does each and every 3 week block cycle goes? Well, you start with a new angle, you thread the waters a little bit, you see how far you can go. The next week, you try to push that a little bit more, and then on week 3, you try to hit your maximum at that angle. And then once you're good, boom, you increase the angle a little bit more, and you go through the same cycle. So I'm going to show you a graph here on screen on how my progress went. And obviously, if you're going from bench press to overhead press, now expect that your numbers are going to go down with each and every increment that you go up. The best scenario would be if you're hitting 100 kilos with the bench press, that each and every angle you go at is also 100 kilos, and then you hit your overhead press and you do 100 kilos. But obviously you can't expect that. You're going to drop off. But if you're doing it in reverse, if you're starting with overhead press and you go to your bench press, well, you're going to see your numbers going up, which might be very encouraging for if you're actually going to hit that flat barbell bench press, if you want to increase those PRs. Also, if you're training regularly, you're not always going to choose each and every degree. So it's very nice to actually test out each and every level, because you're going to feel that you're going to hit your muscles differently. At the lower angles, you're going to incorporate more chest, but as you go up, you're going to incorporate more shoulders. So it's a very, very interesting experiment. So if you want to have a lot of fun, and if you don't know how to program your next set, or if you add a bench press and you want to improve your overhead press, that's a very fun way to get to that. So for the hand placement, what I did, because I have a powerlifting bar, I put my pinky on the ring here on either side, and I used that throughout every angle. I really wanted to see whether or not just sticking to the bench press hand positioning and seeing how that translates to my overhead press. Mind you, I didn't have an overhead press PR since 2018, so I really needed to hit that one by keeping this hand positioning and then going to my overhead hand position like that. Boom! I was able to hit 70 kilos. Unfortunately, I was greedy and I tried to go for 75 because that would be super epic. It didn't happen. I did get very high though. So if you have an adjustable bench or your gym has an adjustable bench, really test this one out. You're going to love it. And let me know in the comments down below what you think of this idea. Have you ever tried something like that? And should I go down from overhead press back to bench press to see how well my bench press will improve? Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope you got something out of it. And I guess I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace!